Guys, we are loading into our first game of the set. Numbers against AFW. Let's see what stage we're on.
I like his tag, AFW Twitch. Follow that man.
He knows how to do it, baby. Good marketing on Pokemon Stadium 2. High energy, move that body, says Numbers, as we start off game 1.
All right, he's definitely going to be moving and grooving. That is for sure. Ness with an array of projectiles that can really kind of mess you up a little bit. Now, something to note, too, is that Magnet, which can absorb a lot of those projectiles that Palu will kind of throw at you as well. So you got to try to keep that in mind. When you get somebody over 100%, they start absorbing those projectiles, recovering that percent. That can be a little detrimental to the strategy of getting that stock off.
That's a really good point. That explosive flame and that auto reticle, essentially what it does is it puts you at that mid-range, forces your recovery, makes it really difficult. But right now, John Numbers really struggling against this offense.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
All right, Kyogre coming through, and listen.
That's a big one.
Watch out for this. He will wash away those stocks if you get caught up a little bit.
You can tell Numbers trying to run over to the left side of the stage, just trying to make contact with him. But that up smash fully charged from AFW, only 14%. He may be the Nintendo champion of 4 years ago, but he's got a whole new challenger here.
I'm telling you, man, that's like, it's not a decade, it's not half a decade, but it's 4 years, all right? That's a long time, okay? That's a long time for sure. You can tell AFW, he might not even be familiar with his body of work. He just sees another obstacle between him and an opportunity at PAX East. But there is that star, which is going to grant some invulnerability. As you see, AFW Smart trying to put some distance, run out that star, and he does just that. Wow, John Numbers not able to capitalize at all.
Yeah, he just wasted out that entire item. Great stuff by AFW, who right now, that finish out of shield with the forward tilt on Ness. Incredible stuff. He's going to fully charge that forward smash, as is Numbers, but neither of them going to land.
Certainly a difficult situation thus far for Numbers developing, and you got to credit AFW. He has played so well thus far, Cody, on the defensive. It's not something I was expecting. John Numbers has struggled so much just getting through. All right, up there, able to connect, difficult. Shield poke a little bit.
And that Beast Ball just paying dividends for John Numbers.
Look at that shield.
Has the healing sprout now, which may be able to get him back into this game. He unfortunately throws it down. AFW at 106%, eats the back air. Numbers is going to have to find a way to get this KO soon. That explosive flame almost enough.
I like the fact that explosive flame lasts so long, actually kind of covering the fact that he was able to stall with the PK Thunder a little bit mid. But even after that heck of a start that we see AFW get off to, he has been corralled a little bit. John Numbers still very much so in this game.
And he picks up the hot curry. AFW, oh wow, excellent reflect from Numbers. Unfortunately, it was not enough to get a whole lot of percent.
Right, and that curry it just comes from everywhere.
Yes.
Just admitted so much pressure. But even through all that, John Numbers is able to kind of wade his way through all that. And I think that's the depth side, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. Keep an eye out for that. That can shift momentum in a heartbeat.
And I feel like Numbers probably wants to get rid of it just because he's over 100%. You can see AFW dropping it anyway, throwing it off stage. 120 on Numbers. He's got to find a way to get this KO, because whoever takes his next KO is going to be in a huge positional advantage.
Now keep in mind, you see that, and that's the first time making it. Oh no! The trickery is afoot! Cody, we got the smash ball and the fake smash ball. Who's going to fall for it? That's the question. Looks like neither one of them being fooled. But whether you like it or not, intentional. We have even things up. What a game changer.
That was incredible stuff. And there it is, the PK Thunder knocking the smash ball out of Numbers. They're both fighting for it. Numbers letting the jab go. He's trying to get it. He has the killing edge. And that final smash, he's going to let it rip. The black hole is let loose. Let's see if AFW can survive. He does.
He's lucky that percent was low enough, because that black hole on any other occasion could have just swallowed you up, took with it as well. But the fight from AFW still very much so engaged. But John Numbers not only controlling the stage, oh my God, control of the assists as well.
It's time for a little bit of math on this. Now keep in mind, these numbers will collide. They'll hit you if you get too close. Sometimes when they add up to something, you're going to see a big explosion.
It's almost poetic for that, right? Numbers to be the assist that he gains.
That's good.
Just helping him accumulate some more damage. And yet again, able to get his hands on another.
Oh man, Rathalos is here to play. This is going to be tough, but he gets the back throw. Neither of them getting KO, but Rathalos is going to make it really hard for AFW to get anything going.
He is setting up these fireballs, the pressure right now, again giving John Numbers stage control, everything working out thus far from 185 for AFW. How is this man still alive? Oh, there it is. He's not. Final stock removed down to the wire. Numbers able to propel himself in that first game.
Finally, AFW staying alive as long as he could, but Numbers just had the placement just perfectly there. Had the Rathalos, had the ledge, had the down throw. AFW had nowhere to go. Excellent up air from Numbers. He's going to take game one.
Able to have stage control and secure those last 2 assist items down the stretch. That was the difference maker, as well as that faulty fake smash ball just exploding and taking no prisoners, only stocks along with it to even things out. That was just insanity.
Super fun to watch.
Pandemonium in that first game, if you will, to open us up.
Absolute chaos. And you could tell that neither of them really got fooled by the fake smash ball. Both these guys, you know, such veteran players, they knew. But Numbers says, okay, I'm going to make this sacrifice, take the percent, and get this KO. As we're going to Frigate Orpheon, I know, a stage that I know you're very fond of for game 2.
I love this stage. It should be legal everywhere and anywhere. I mean, it's such a fun stage. I love just the way it's kind of laid out and the fact that it has, you know, the flipping properties and stuff like that as well. But we shall see if this will be enough to get Numbers. The 2-0 victory would be decisive if he can do that. Didn't see that in the last game.
Yeah, it did look like AFW had a ton of momentum starting out. He was looking very strong, but then Numbers just slowly sort of brought it back. Both these guys fighting for the smash ball. Finally, it looks like Numbers is going to let it go. Has the black hole. AFW trying to get out, but can't quite do it.
He tried to challenge in the midst of all of that, but no. The final smash takes priority overall, in that first top being taken by Numbers. My goodness. What a way to start things out, Coney.
Very explosive. AFW trying to find his way in. There's the piece of the Daybreak there. It looks like John Numbers is going to pick it up, but remember that piece, you got to make sure that you get all the pieces, otherwise it's not going to do it. There's that down smash we were talking about.
See what he did
Numbers,
that warp? He elected to go high. That was so smart, kind of wait out the down smash attempt. And things don't board the Nair plane. I'm telling you, you can string together those Nairs and accumulate so much damage, but now actually kind of hiding in the lip for a moment on the right side.
He's going to warp right next to AFW, getting the punish that he wanted. He tried for that the first time, but couldn't quite make it work. He's going to go for the Nair, but unfortunately AFW going to stuff him with that back air. Awesome stuff.
And I love what I saw from AFW too. Did not get, you know, flustered at all. Just kept himself well engaged and able to remove that stop. Ness, so much knockback on a lot of those moves. Even when you get behind, if you keep yourself in the game, keep yourself engaged, you'll see situations like this where he can propel himself back into the game, and just like that, going down to the wire. But John Numbers seeing that, thinking, all right, you're getting a little too close to me right there, buddy, on that percent. I got to kind of work it back in just a tad bit.
Yeah, and Palutena, one of the best characters at getting those low percent combos, but right now, I think Numbers might struggle a little bit to get this KO. Is AFW going to get a low percent string of his own? Oh, almost goes through it.
He knew where he was going to warp on the recovery. Oh my, if he was able to connect that, that would have been sick.
So close.
All right, there's the capsule. And that's going to get the back shield. And I mean, listen, when you already have a back air as powerful as Palu's and a little bit more just to keep you safe there, things can be very, very hectic.
It looks like Numbers has assembled the Daybreak, but he was facing the wrong direction, and because that AFW getting grounded, but he went too low.
Not like this.
What a recovery. Oh, I thought he had it. I really did. I thought he was going to be able to reach the ledge.
John Numbers getting the victory there in the Northeast, advancing with Palutena. Let's check out on action in the Southeast. TK and Senpai, take it away.
You know, just do combos off your items will definitely hinder you as a Mega Man player, but it didn't seem to hinder him at all. But as we get into our next match, we have Alpha going up against Devonte. Alpha with the Link and Devonte with the Wario. Okay.
Yeah, and that's another character that, you know, is well-versed with the items, man. He should have no problem at all playing with these.
Oh, yeah. All right, so let's see if this Link is able to, you know, make it happen. Going against Devonte. Honestly, Wario's been getting so much shine lately. So it's just like, with or without items, I feel like Wario's been getting so much shine that with this character, if I were just talking about straight up characters, I'd have to give it to him. I like the way that he's using his healing field, trying to stay inside of it.
Right, just kind of hanging out. It doesn't matter. Wario's going to have to come to him if he doesn't want him to get full health.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's getting
it's racking up.
Okay, he stole it back. Let's get a grab. Let's get a grab and send him out of there. So.
Ooh, and that was a horrible trade for Devonte there. It's going to be at 84 to Alpha's 20.
Yeah. All right, gets the first part of the Dragoon here. This is going to be another match where we might be able to build a full Dragoon, and maybe it will actually come into play this time around. It didn't come into play in the first time that we saw it. It was a little, I won't say it was a little late, but he just opted to like throw it out immediately. I think Alpha, if he does get it, he might try to line it up, wait for that air dodge or something like that.
Yeah.
Nice up tilt.
Yeah, good stuff with the stage control right now. I'm going to take it with the Nair, actually, and got a second piece on the way out of it.
Yep. So now we're waiting for the body piece right here of the Dragoon to go ahead and get the full build. And Alpha already got a stock on Devonte, so, I mean, this could be a huge...
Ooh.
Oh, okay, Devonte.
Yeah, with the half waft right there, going to knock Alpha all the way off. If he could just take the stock, he could equalize it out, not have to stress.
Yeah, man. And also, if he ends up grabbing that third piece, if he takes the...
Oh, don't let him get that. No.
Oh, what are you doing? Oh, no.
Just dodge it. Just dodge it.
Oh, okay, there it is. Nice dodge. I know he waited for the air dodge, but he was a little too late on the reaction. He probably could have been able. He definitely could have punished the air dodge landing lag, but luckily for Devonte, he was able to get that spot dodge out in time as well.
Yeah, great movement with that twirl off that spot dodge, man. Get out of the way. And now, I mean, he hasn't taken too much damage yet. Even though he is down a stock, he could be right back in this.
Might actually be right back in it. Oh, that's actually the fake. Oh, both the Smash Balls here, the fake and the real one. So which one will we break it? I think both of our competitors obviously realize which one is fake and real.
Right.
But if you guys remember from... Oh!
He used it!
I was going to say, if you remember from what Raph did to win, he did break that fake Smash Ball to you know, just explode both of them. Now, so he used the fake Smash Ball to take a stock, and then the real one...
The miss whip, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But hey, he actually, I believe he took his own stock there. So yeah, really not the best situation right now, but still up by quite a bit of %, so not that bad.
Well, let's say he got the damage, okay?
He got
put
the
clean damage on there.
It did to about, like, what, 20, 30? So it's not terrible.
It did quite a bit, yeah. So I see the edge guards coming in from Alpha. Honestly, if you block Link's, well, if you block Link's hero spin, you should definitely be trying to, you know, trying to get a harder punish than that grab, but it's all good.
Exactly.
Analysis paralysis hits us all, man. I know there's quite a bit of times where, like, I'll be playing someone and they'll do something super lagging, and I'm like, I could probably smash it, so I'm gonna go for a grab.
Or you roll by accident or like spot dodge, like, wait, what? Oh, the down air, and he did not tech off the stage, so he is gonna lose that stock really early. Devonte suddenly in the lead.
Okay, Devonte, there we go. He say, you know, I just had to get warmed up. That's all.
All right, the forward smash on his shield. He's gonna get punished for that. And that waft is racking up, man. He's going to get it soon.
We actually have the second three-piece item as well. So we have the Dragon first, but now we're getting the three-piece gun as well. Oh, okay, good F smash. It should be dropping both pieces.
Yeah, pick that up. Pick that right up.
You got to get that joint quick.
Yeah, Link was running right towards it, man.
All right.
Okay, we got the bomb coming out.
Is that going to drop any pieces?
Ooh,
nope, everyone manages to hold. Oh, actually, I think Link might have dropped one, so, and probably popped off the stage too, so everyone has one piece right now. Don't think we'll be getting that blaster just yet. Link knocking another piece out. Has two now.
Really close to having that. That could actually turn this right around because Alpha suddenly losing when he was so far in the lead in the beginning.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
a taunt?
Okay, and I feel like he almost let the whole taunt rock too. You can definitely taunt cancel this game. There's like a certain amount of frames that need to pass before. Oh my God!
Is that going to take
He's gone.
Oh, the perfect positioning from that bike throw.
Oh, yeah. That was a perfect edge guard.
What a way to go out.
Yeah, Devonte is not playing today.
Yeah, snuck his way into the lead and then actually clutched it out, too. Great stuff from Devonte.
I feel kind of bad because, you know, the Link had a pretty decent play with that, you know, getting the fake smash ball. And then, you know, got him a lot of damage. Ended up taking a stock, but he was at super high % anyway. So, like, it honestly didn't really matter too much. But sometimes when you look back onto it, you're probably like, man, I feel like I probably could have lived on that stock a little longer.
Yeah, definitely. And it's got to feel not that great when he also got edge guarded for 2 of his stocks. Once with the bike, and then the other one he didn't tech off the stage. Where another situation where he could have lived, but just didn't, you know, execute what he needed to do.
Yeah. So as we get into our second game, we're going to see exactly what changes my man Alpha can do. I wouldn't say that he was super far behind. He definitely had the lead for quite a bit of the game, actually. But after that, like, I feel like after he got that fake smash ball, he kind of lost a lot of that momentum. Here we are, first game on Frigate Orpheon. Yeah,
and I feel like Alpha tried to bring his confidence back by throwing that taunt out in the middle of the game, or maybe he accidentally pushed the button. I don't know, but hopefully he can get that, get that confidence in.
Yeah, that's the super fat finger right there. Like, you're trying to move and you somehow hit the D-pad instead of the...
Yeah, right.
Like, hold up, bro.
All right.
You hitting everything on the control. You Superman.
That was a clean little combo right there going into the up tilt. Going to take it up to 37, but ooh, this edge guard's starting to rack up. Got to be careful here.
Actually landing on stage. Not really what you do. Is that the smoke ball? You just throw it away, man.
I wouldn't even use that.
Smoke ball away, bro.
And I think he actually tried to hit him, but he did throw it away. So, all right, great twirl up B right there. Going to catch him. Oh, the dash attack on the shield, heavily punishable.
Right. So this is the scary part about, okay. First of all, Devonte is getting more F smashes than I've ever seen from a Wario player. So
yeah, absolutely.
Good stuff to him. But that's what I'm saying. The scary thing about Frigate is as the platform on the right side moves, it definitely changes where you can grab the ledge.
Yes.
So, you have to mix up your recovery according to if the platform is moving or not. So
yeah, that's definitely something I see people forgetting on this stage. When that thing is level with the stage, you cannot grab it from underneath the platform. You have to grab the platform's ledge.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. So another smash ball on deck. Seems like both of them trying to jock for position before they actually start trying to hit it. But the thing is about the smash ball is the longer it's out, they actually get it a lot easier to take out. So
I would go for it now.
Oh, there we go. Quick forward air, actually.
And he should hold on to it. Oh, never mind. He had the read. He's going to take it.
I like it.
It looked too good. And, yeah, you don't want to let things get out of hand. Oh, no.
Oh, he's back. He's back. Yeah, it's all good. It was a bait. It was a bait.
Okay, okay. All right, so he's going to come out using a lot of Bayonetta's moves, as we know. This man with the down air and everything, just like her.
Yeah, he's over here definitely dropping the forward smashes right now. So Devonte doing a good job of playing around both the Link and Rodan. So
yeah, Rodan's a little scary because he moves exactly like a fighter, you know, exactly like Bayonetta would. But I guess he's gone already. Nothing to worry about anymore.
Yeah, he only threw a couple F smashes out there and just let it rock. He's like, I'm out. Oh, I think he probably thought he was going to land a little closer to him, but unfortunately the fire kind of held him in place.
Yeah.
So he ends up using that waft. Well away from Link, wasn't going to be able to register that as a hit, but still, Devonte and Alpha, pretty close game right now, 83 to 111, both on the second stock. Oh no, is that an edge guard?
And use it. Oh, start. Oh my goodness, he could. Okay, I thought he was going to start up a little bit sooner and push him away.
Yeah, that would have been, if he did it off stage, that would have been amazing. Another taunt. Okay.
Okay, I think he's definitely using that for confidence right here, and actually had the read on the roll, but didn't execute.
That's the man Alpha is trying to establish dominance. Okay, that's what he's doing right now.
Yeah, he's the Alpha, man. Don't even question it. All right, a great back air right there. He just challenged the forward smash that Link was swinging. I'm surprised he didn't expect him to go for the second hit. And wow, using the cat coverage to get a down smash.
That's a pretty cat, though.
It is.
That's some great artwork right there.
Snuck that in, man.
All right.
Okay, the bird, I like it too.
Oh, okay. It seems like he doesn't really care what you're hiding behind. He's still making it work. I don't know. I don't really know if I like that that assist. I feel like it actually masks the moves of your opponent more than help you.
Right.
So.
It's the same as with the smoke ball, where you kind of don't want to use that on your opponent because it sort of helps them a little bit.
Yeah. So now we have the killing edge here. Super strong if it's glowing.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
He actually threw it instead of like trying to swing with it. So
yeah, I would definitely try to use that right now, or at least throw it away so my opponent can't use it against me. All right, the jab combo.
I think Devonte actually tried to lock him into the corner right there with those down tilts because the wall was right there. Oh, he wafted it
the wrong way. If he would have just pivoted that in the other direction, definitely would have been able to take the stock here and the game.
Man, I feel so bad because like he actually wafted the smash ball and it still didn't get him the smash ball.
Yeah, I think they hit it at the same exact time, and it looks like Alpha got the last hit.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, you can use this for great edge guarding opportunities, but he's going to have to throw it pointing towards the stage.
This might work out actually. Well, no, yeah, it's going to be pointing towards the stage. Never mind. He's going to be throwing it. It's going to throw him in instead of out.
Yeah.
I mean, a quick up throw could have been nice, but
yeah,
I mean, now
it's
not going to send far away enough for you to say that, oh, this is going to be the KO.
Yeah, it would at least help him if he was able to get. Oh, he could have done the second hit of that and actually connected. I'm surprised he dropped it.
What kind of box is that? That joint look fresh. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Oh, he's throwing all three?
Yeah.
Oh no, there's no middle platform anymore. All right, I think they all probably fell off at the bottom.
Oh, no.
There's one left.
That thing is hanging out. You got to be careful, Alpha. Okay, he's all right. Gonna escape to the middle of the stage.
Okay.
Scary stuff.
Double bike play, Devonte. Okay, yeah, hold the shield, the slap. Oh, I would throw that. That's a throw. Okay.
Yeah, he went for it.
Oh,
wow.
I think he two-framed him.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that was really impressive. Actually going to catch him out.
Devonte with Wario and the bike riding into the Southeast Finals. Let's head to the Southwest where D1 and Webbs will pick it up with more action here for you.
Kind of get the read on what the other person wants to do and successfully counter it.
All right, so here we go, guys. The second match in the Super Smash Bros. North American Open Event Qualifier 2 here in the Southwest region. We have Mr. Behl and Zero starting off in Smashville. And here you have it right now. Both of these guys, like we said, right, they're just getting up in each other's faces. And the cool thing about the Rob Ditto 2 is that both characters are pretty much big targets. Look at that. Not even like mashing immediately, staying on the ground there and going straight for that up tilt.
Love that Mr. Behl also just completely tried to avoid any down air possibilities for Zero, opting to recover on the other side of the stage. Oh my gosh, look at all these bombs.
And, oh, no way! Honestly, I expected that to happen. It was the scariest thing ever. There were just like 4 or 5 of them on the mid platform, and they're so big, right?
Yeah, the fact that the first bomb sent him all directly into the patch of bombs up on the platform too, that was a crazy setup.
Nice right there. And you can see those down tilts. They come out so fast. They force a trip situation. It is right now. We're seeing Zero trying to see if he can get that follow-up. But there's that side. He's doing such a good job of making it hard for people to try to land through normal get-ups at the edge. You have to be careful. And especially because of the fact that it's so hard to even find ways to like get around that move once you're within range. So which one is the real smash ball?
He hit both of them with that up smash.
Oh!
They were both together. The risk right there is you might get one, but if you break the other one, you know one of those is going to be a fake.
That's right. And here it is hanging on the edge again. Zero. He has the opportunity.
Did he land it?
It's time to fire the lasers. Here it is. Right out of range is Mr. Behl. Good job. He's trying to see if he can get a hit.
He did an awesome job of avoiding that. Dipping down off stage and hovering perfectly not to get hit by that ultimate.
Wow, side B for side B. Mr. Behl taking the first stock here. You see both of them immediately going for that charge. Gets the up smash. No mashes right there from Mr. Behl. Okay. So he goes for the neutral and actually tries to cross up the opponent with the roll. So maybe he wanted to just have stage presence.
The Dragoon's on the field, D1. Mr. Behl has 2 pieces.
Oh no, I've seen something like this happen before in the first event ball where there was a Yoshi and a Rob that faced off against each other. And actually the tables turned where a player at 0% lost to the Dragoon. So you have to watch out.
That's the power of it.
It's time. That's definitely going to be a bona fide
He landed
KO.
it.
Mr. Behl is way too quick, taking the first game right here. And again, given the volatility of a 2 out of 3 set, right? The moment you lose the first one, having that momentum can actually help you out so much. You're already in good spirits. You're feeling good, right? You're like, all right, I got the confidence to go to distance and probably overwhelm my opponent even more. Whereas, you know, when you're on the receiving end, if you lose the first game, again, the key word is pressure, right? All that pressure that's mounted on you as a player, it makes you start second-guessing all of the decisions that you make.
Right, your game plan even, you know, the way you're trying to approach the game. And we saw Mr. Behl, the reason he got those Dragoon pieces was because he had that pressure. He had center stage, he was pushing Zero off the stage really effectively, and because of that, when the pieces fell, he was in place.
It's so scary though whenever a person loses and then they decide to actually change from their game plan. You know, you never want to do that, because sometimes maybe you were doing a good job, but you might have just made a couple key mistakes that gave your opponent the opportunity. But here we go, guys, going into the second game on the Castle Siege. And you can already see Mr. Behl understands the importance of hanging out on the left side of the stage when it comes to Castle Siege.
Yeah, that higher platform, the high ground making it a little bit more difficult for your opponent to approach you.
Exactly. So right now, Zero putting Mr. Behl in the air. Trying to apply some pressure right here from the mid. Yeah, I like it right here.
Yeah, he's doing a great job right now, keeping Mr. Behl locked in this left side of the stage.
Yep, and there, you can see right there how hard it was for Mr. Behl to even just get through the side B. The range that he needed to space himself.
Oh, what a laser.
I loved it. Right there, the gyro 2 trying to force Rob to recover a little bit lower.
Oh, great air dodge.
Yep, a little bit of an opening, but it's the timing right there. Usage of the forward air. All right. Make sure to get some health, and you try to see if you can get the side B using that growth right there from out. Wait a second, gets the forward smash from Golden Sun.
Wow.
Mr. Behl.
Zero fell right down into that. And you know, he had an opportunity there. Oh my gosh, what a great downer. Zero had an opportunity there to keep the pressure on in the left side with Mr. Behl or to go for that, the heal.
So smart. Lasers are out again. This time he can't escape. Let's see the beam. Is he out of range? Yes, he is. Wow. Beautiful stalls again, Mr. Behl, showing that he is not afraid whatsoever when it comes to that forward smash. He'll probably take a nominal amount of damage from like the small lasers, but the big laser, nah, he's having no parts of that one.
Definitely.
Ooh, just Bellows coming through from
That
Zelda.
is one of, I feel like, one of the more underrated items.
Yeah.
The way you can really just push your opponent off and force them to blow all the recovery options.
Yeah, imagine if we actually had the transformations here. Maybe some of the walk-offs would have resulted in a loss of a stock quite early. But here it is, Mr. Behl. Again, holding down the stage. Both of these players
he dropped the Pokeball.
Oh.
There we go. He gets it this time.
It's a master ball. We have Enze about to come
this
through.
corner pressure.
Yo, feel the heat coming through right now.
Zero is able to stall very well, but Mr. Behl is still keeping the corner pressure on.
It is dashing back and forth to Zero, avoiding the gyro.
Yeah, nice.
The high recovery.
Nice hop over it. He was trying to cover that high recovery too. Oh, but he gets the assist trophy.
Uh-oh, coming through. Yo, and that's a tomato, not an apple. Just letting you know. There it is. Okay, but now we have the Kitty Cat as well coming through. And just one more masterpiece, please. What are you going to bless us with? We have the bird.
Oh, I love it.
What kind of bird is that?
I'm going to go with the Sparrow, do you want?
Okay, let's go. looks like Blue Jay. I don't know. But here's the up smash right there. Grounds his opponent. One stock apiece here with 0% on the board. Oh, you don't want to get caught by that needle. Because if your mashing is atrocious, you're going to be sent to the top.
You're gone.
Yeah, man. Okay.
Very even game right now, though.
Yep.
Both so close in percentage, fighting each other real up close, too.
See the mash out? Okay, he tried to go for the up tilt, but that was, yeah, he got the mash out to get out of there. Smash ball.
One more hit, maybe?
Okay, it's definitely real. It's definitely real. I saw him like hanging out on the side. I was like, shook.
We've seen how well.
Oh!
He was so scared of it.
Zero drops right down below.
Mr. Behl with the victory, the superior Rob out of the two. Let's head to the Northwest region. We have our final semifinal matchup between Tipster and Popo. We'll pick it up. Tipster up 1-0 when it comes to the game count. Here is DC and Vish coming from the Northwest.
I think like zoning while an item is on one side of the stage or the other is really strong. Like that, especially with the ways Castle Siege is made, just that right side was just so much harder for Link to get in because he had the higher advantage.
So let's see what happens here in a slightly larger stage. You know, Castle Siege, probably one of the smallest stages we got there in the stage list. So Link does have 0 damage on him here. He will be able to fire those lasers from his forward smash, but unfortunately, as soon as you take 1% of damage, you can't do it anymore.
Yeah. That's a very interesting mechanic.
I think it works in the Zelda games, but in Smash, it's much harder to stay completely healthy, you know?
Yeah, with items on as well. Throwing that item off completely.
So again, taking control of the stage. Skim is finally going to hold on to that ledge a little bit longer and not walk right into that forward smash.
See a little bit of zoning from the Link throwing down the bomb and then kicking with the neutral air. The back throw.
Oh, and it's stolen by Tipster.
Yeah.
It looks like he's going to miss this one, though.
It stays out for so long in Mega Legends again.
You thought. Oh, he actually thought.
He dodged like the first part of it, but then it just stays right there in the center stage.
Yeah, he was double jump height, and I think he assumed that it was going to go past him. So he went straight down and landed on the platform, but, you know, again, all according to plan from our boy Tipster, as we'll take that first stock.
Yeah, on a stage like this where the platform is there, just covered like the entire of the center stage. There's really nowhere for Skim to go. Oh boy.
So let's see what Skim's answer here is. I think he just grabbed two Dragoon pieces for Skim, so not out of this just yet. If he can close out the stock and get at least a 3rd Dragoon piece on the next stock, you know, the tides could turn very quickly.
For sure. A really polarizing item. Okay.
My personal favorite type of item.
Oh yeah.
The ones that just change the game in an instant.
Completely.
He's going to have to stop getting hit by all these projectiles for, and the snipe.
Oh, and the 3rd piece has come out on the left side there.
Oh, no punish on the up B on stage. He's going to throw him off and grab that 1 Dragoon piece to make sure Skim doesn't get it.
Yeah. Oh, but he gets the KO, which does allow him to get the 2nd piece, but no knobs to get it.
Yeah, I didn't see where the 3rd one went.
Yeah, just kind of disappeared.
All right, it might be coming back soon. You know, all the Dragoon pieces always show up.
Right. There it is.
All right, so it's going to be a fight to see who can grab it. You know, we might even see another situation like in the first set we saw.
Right. Oh, man, but honestly, Tipster is just really beating him out in these one-on-one situations.
Oh,
and a 3-stock.
Oh, no.
For Tipster. Oh, boy.
Not like this. You know, it's really unfortunate because Link doesn't have many options when it comes to getting back on stage from kind of a low area like that. You know,
And Tipster with the 3-0 victory right there, moving on to the finals of the Northwest. And Toph, let's just start with what we saw there. You've got a battle of zoning characters here.
Yeah.
Link taking on Mega Man. Mega Man with a few more tricks up his sleeve to really keep Link at bay.
Yeah, no, that was especially that second game. I mean, that was really domination. That like sequence with the Mega Buster, the Metal Blade, and the Crash Bomb. He racked up like 50 or 60 damage in the blink of an eye. So that's a really big deal. And also just that last stock where like you could see Skim trying to just get up from that ledge, and he was kind of like panicking, like rolling in, and he was just getting caught every time. And then finally, the edge guard with the down air was just like really clean.
And Vicky, you continue to praise Mega Man, what he can do in this game, because he has a very unconventional neutral game. When you look at just the pellets he's able to shoot out with the Mega Buster, how does that change things up for him and his approach?
It just applies a lot of pressure, and it covers a good amount of options as well. As Toph was saying, you could easily do like 60% off of one conversion, especially if you catch your opponent by the ledge. but we also saw Tipster, you know, the super fighting robot, using his final smash to actually catch Skim Milk a few times as well. And I feel like that's what really helped elevate his game with the 3-stock at the very end.
Let's reflect on one of the more exciting moments we saw during that first round. We headed to the Northeast with John Numbers, and a lot of times we'll see the smash ball and the fake smash ball go out there. And we saw something interesting from John Numbers when that fake smash ball was out there.
Yeah, actually, I mentioned it earlier. I was like, oh, wow, like the one thing he really needs to come back from this is using the fake smash ball to his advantage to catch his opponent off guard. And I believe AFW, he was just trying to get the other smash ball, the real smash ball, and John Numbers was able to retaliate back, catching him when he was off guard, using Palutena's up air to his advantage.
So let me get this straight. You've already done some damage at the slot machines here. You perfectly predicted when the fake smash ball was coming out. I'm going to make sure I call you before I need advice or anything else here, Vicky. Toph, we saw a matchup between Alpha and Devonte. Devonte using Wario, a character many people are excited about. What is in Wario's toolkit that allowed him to be so successful against someone like Link that's got a lot of weapons as well?
Yeah, I mean, I thought, so that was one of the closer matches we've seen for sure. And I really thought, like, they were fairly evenly matched for a lot of the set. But I mean, Devonte, like, even though he did whiff some of those wafts, which can be a real game changer, Alpha unfortunately was unable to capitalize because Alpha also had some moments where he got the final smash, or he went for the, well, first of all, he went for the fake smash ball by accident. He blew himself up. And then he got the real smash ball and he whiffed his final smash. So like little moments like that are just going to cost you.
Yeah, you don't want to whiff the waft and you don't want to sniff the waft as well too, that's for sure. Vicky, then we saw a battle of Robs when Mr. Behl was taking on Zero, and Rob, a very mobile character in the air, and for a heavier character, some larger hitboxes, but can really keep opponents at bay. Where did you find the separation? Because we're watching this one, and we thought both players did a great job controlling Rob. But what did you see from Mr. Behl?
Well, they were kind of evenly matched, I would say, but Mr. Behl did a really good job at avoiding the final smashes coming from Zero. He actually, you saw how he maneuvered around a Zero, purposely below him, got behind him to avoid the final smash, and because of that, he also was able to build up Dragoon and after that game one, and he actually took that game one with the Dragoon. And Mr. Behl, aside from the fact that he was able to avoid the final smashes as well, he was able to use his final smash to his advantage when he knew what he had to do to prevent Zero from avoiding the final smash.
Yeah, you look at some of the one-off items that you can use. The assist trophies have been very helpful for a lot of these players as well, but we are seeing some Dragoon, and being able to build together all three pieces and connect with that, it seems like those critical moments, the players that are able to take advantage of them, Toph, are the ones that we see moving on.
Yeah, absolutely. Those are like the it's like that. For some characters, it's the final smash, depending on how strong their final smash is. We've seen the Daybreak come into play too. But yeah, when those particular items on the field, like you can really swing the tide of battle, or if you're already in the lead, you can just really widen your lead.
It's such a good point when you look at the final smash capabilities of characters, because we saw this with Palutena. Not necessarily the most powerful final smash as far as you can KO at low percentages, but it's always so effective, Vicky, and that's going to be huge when you get these close matchups as we get set for the finals here.
We saw a few times, it's just really hard to avoid a final smash like Palutena's because it just gravitates you in. Even if you go for an air dodge, you're going to find yourself getting caught by it.
Yeah, and usually being able to avoid a lot of those final smashes or the Dragoons coming in, that's a huge defensive aspect of this game. You pointed that out with Mr. Behl. When you get to the finals, take me through the mind of these players, because you guys have been here at these tournaments, these big moments, and you practice all these hours and hours, but when you get set to be knocking on the door on a trip to PAX East to represent your region, there's a lot that goes through your mind here, Toph.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I'm going to be looking for essentially like we saw two types of sets. We saw some sets that were very close, and we saw some where the winner like really kind of like dominated the opponent. Like we saw those really flashy plays coming out of like Mystics Ridley, right? And I'm going to be looking to the competitors that are entering the finals to just have that clutch mind state. I mean, it's really important, especially when anything can happen. You've got to be able to react to things that are happening. If suddenly the smash ball spawns, or like the Dragoon, or even just if you're put in a situation where you have an edge guard scenario or something like that, just for them to capitalize with, like in that moment.
We always seem to see that turning point, Vicky, when it's 2-2 on the stocks, or maybe it's 2-1 and you got someone at a high percentage. Those seem to be the key moments where you have to win those battles right there.
And it's nerve-wracking, honestly, because, you know, this game has been out for about 2.5 months or so. So everybody's learning at the same pace, roughly, and, you know, putting in that practice that reflects off your own gameplay. But when you're put into a moment where you're off stage and maybe an item could clip your recovery, it could be really difficult to come back from those SD situations because that really puts a dent in your mindset. But, you know, shaking it off, understanding what's going on at play, that's really the key on trying to come back and actually taking the set over your opponent.
All right, well, let's remind you what's at stake here. We are getting set for all of our finals in each region in this second online final for the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate North America Open 2019. We already have one finalist from each region that we crowned a couple weeks ago. We're looking for number 2. That'll form the second member of the Squad Strike that we will see at PAX East. So let's get the action started here. Our first final, take you out to the Northeast with EE and Coney. Guys, take it away.
It's not going to be today. Today is going to be Numbers against SassyFlygn in our grand finals on Yoshi's Island.
All right, Yoshi loved this stage. This is so aesthetically pleasing. Well, we'll see who's going to come out on top in this first game. Again, like I said, very important for SassyFlygn to get a hot start. Don't let John Numbers kind of railroad you to the beginning, and he is doing
exactly
just what I described.
Yes.
Oh!
Big spike from SassyFlygn.
My goodness. I know you come from the heavens, but how's the earth taste, okay? SassyFlygn. That was insane. What a way to open up this grand final.
You want to talk about a hot start? He hasn't been touched. This is flaming.
Blazing.
This is white hot. This is blazing.
You caught it. Oh, my goodness.
This is insane. SassyFlygn has burst onto the scene, and I want to change my answer. Numbers, oh no, I don't know anymore.
Numbers.
Oh no, but an SD.
You know what? You know, I respect it. Charity, okay? We're all about charity here, okay? Goodwill in that stock and letting them have an opportunity, maybe just to think he can still bring this one back. But my goodness, SassyFlygn, he is certainly taking flight in this first game. Now, keep in mind, though, guys, he does have the smash ball. Okay,
yeah.
The final smash could be a game changer. I think he needs to get that percent up just a little bit higher to hopefully get that stock off. But in the meantime, he has to fade these shots from SassyFlygn, who is very well aware I can knock it out. But credits to Numbers, not giving him an opportunity. And just like that, I mean, if you look at this match 45 seconds ago, you start to think, okay, a 3 stock is developing, but no, that SD, that smash ball, all changing the tide of this game. Are you kidding me?
What a disaster. SassyFlygn picked up the assist trophy. He couldn't do anything, so he kept getting shot by the steel diver, but Numbers going a little bit too low, giving the charity stock back as Waluigi makes a rare appearance.
You know what?
What a game.
You know what? When you're doing so well and you know everybody's cheering for you and then you just start to kind of buckle a little bit, who better than to call your boy Waluigi showing up? Look, okay, I gave up my spot in this game again for you. Don't let me down.
Luigi was like, all right, we may have not always seen eye to eye, but I need you right here in this instance. Numbers giving him the stock, though. Very unfortunate SD from both of them.
That's crazy. And you know what? That's the kind of just wacky and zany action we were looking for in this contest regardless. And for it to start out like that, and even after those 2 stocks just get disintegrated, for it to go down to the wire like that, you got to love the action. So grand finals already, Cody, not disappointing as we change up the scenery a little bit and head to Smashville.
Listen, if I'm John Numbers, I'm taking a deep breath. I'm hitting some woosah. I'm getting my mom to rub my shoulders. I'm doing something.
I need something, bro.
Right now, after that first game, that explosive start from SassyFlygn, getting 2 stocks before John Numbers even got a single hit, he's got to slow it down.
Yeah, needless to say, I don't know if his little brother was took the controls or whatever for a moment, but I can assure you he is taking them back as we see him asserting himself now. Not going to be the same start that we saw, not able to accumulate any percent. But SassyFlygn, one thing I am noticing, he is just so efficient at the start of these games.
Yeah, super strong, very hot start, and I really love that he took that stock flag and threw it off the stage. Basically, what happens is when you pick that up, if you use any A button move, you start charging that, and if you get it off, you get an entire stock. But it's super difficult to actually make happen, and you can see why he let it go. In the last game, he picked up the assist trophy, and he almost lost the stock for it, so he wants to let that go immediately.
Yeah, no doubt about that, and you see the Pokemon threatening just a little bit, but the really good thing, if you can just stay out of the range, it won't knock you down. Smart stuff.
Right. So right now,
what's that grab? That was
68.
Yeah, all right. That could have been detrimental to be able to get that back throw, but the positioning from Numbers right now.
just what he needs. He has the Rage Blaster. Essentially what that does is it scales up with the more damage your opponent has, finally getting the KO in numbers wisely, throwing it off the stage because he knows he's at 86%. SassyFlygn struggling to take off the stock, but the Smash Ball is in play. That is the fake one, but that's the real one.
Yeah, exactly. Gotta keep your eye on that. We saw that kind of shakedown. Oh my goodness. An unavoidable circumstance. Gonna remove that stock. Oh my goodness, but actually I think SassyFlygn inadvertently helping John Numbers.
I think so too, yeah.
Yeah, open up that Smash Ball. If this connects, I'm telling you right now, we're going to game 3. Oh, what a parry!
Wow, just knocks it out of it.
Yes!
He like took it out of his pocket, said, no, that's for me.
Oh, I was gonna say if he could get the hit, that would have pretty much secured it. There's the black hole, and I think he's just high enough. Notice the air dodge too to just make sure he stayed out of range. That left side was completely engulfed, but SassyFlygn keeping himself aerial.
Yeah, John Numbers a little too trigger happy to let that go. Up air's coming out from him. SassyFlygn having difficulty landing. Here's the recovery stage that you were talking about, but he's able to make it back. Numbers trying to read the roll on stage. Didn't quite get what he wanted, but Numbers, again, he's taking a lot more methodical, slow, calculated approach, and I think that's why he's been sort of ahead so much in this game.
I think that's the way to do it. You see these explosive flames being spammed out a little bit. The auto reticle making an appearance as well. Just using these projectiles and that distance.
Oh, boy,
there's that golden hammer. Yes.
Now keep in mind, that might be a squeaky hammer. We don't know.
No,
oh, it's not.
okay.
It is not.
Not when it's hitting like that. Stock secured. And then some, and now almost SassyFlygn getting a little taste of his own medicine from a previous round where he really used that hammer to perfection against Golden Minu, but now coming back to halt him, the Golden Hammer accumulating a ton of damage as well as the stock. John Numbers in position to take this to a third game, Coney, if he can get there down the stretch.
This is just what he needed. Good back air there, and he's playing so much more controlled. Really great to see from Numbers playing his game. We'll have to see if this grab gets anything. Excellent tech from Numbers onto the platform. And SassyFlygn struggling to get back on the stage. Finally does, because we've got the gooey bomb in play.
Oh,
and there it goes.
Whipped, yeah, I was going to say, whipped it, okay.
All right, yeah, you can tell Numbers doesn't even want to mess with it.
Exactly, no need. I mean, you got a little bit of a window to pick that up, but kind of playing it safer, and I think that's the way to do it. Ooh. Oh, no, the super jump punch. Not going to find the mark, but that explosive flame certainly has, as we've seen throughout this whole game.
Yeah, it's just really great at covering that mid-range. And we said that we might see it a little bit more in the Ness match, but we didn't because Ness can't absorb it. Luigi having no such PK powers, he's not able to do it, only has that Poltergust. Now, if I'm SassyFlygn, I got to watch out for that fake smash ball.
Exactly, because you know John Numbers, he's content to take that trade because it'll result in his victory.
Lets the Poltergust go. John Numbers, oh, it looked like he got away, but he didn't.
Now he whipped that thing back and just yoked him up. Oh my goodness, what a play. And
he got the timer.
He did.
Watch it, down air, down air. That's what he wants. He wanted to spike him. He didn't get the right hitbox. He can't hit him. John Numbers just drifted
another opportunity?
Up. Oh, my God,
are you kidding?
He survives.
In the nick of time, warping through all that pressure.
John Numbers trying to earn this game 3. Gets the explosive flame, but it's not quite enough to KO. Has the air dodge he wanted, but it's still not enough. It's a little too stale.
Another explosive flame, but another opportunity at life for SassyFlygn, and he went for broke, and John Numbers broke him up. Game number 3, well-deserved. This grand finals really living up to our expectations.
Incredible set so far. You could tell John Numbers the desperation on that warp, hitting that, albeit at the same time trying to find his way back after the spike. SassyFlygn having so much trouble finally landing it, and then he was able to execute. John Numbers getting it back, winning that game just barely.
I think for SassyFlygn, I think he underestimated how much time that Numbers was going to be in that stun, in that tumble, because he realized when he got back to stage, oh, I have one more opportunity. Let me just go out here. But if he had realized that maybe 2 seconds earlier, could have changed the tides a little bit.
Could have been. Have to see how this goes, guys. Game 3, remember, the winner of this is going to PAX East as we start off on Castle Siege. Very volatile stage. I'm really interested to see how this comes into play.
It's kind of crazy, right, for Castle Siege to be making its first appearance in this bracket, and how fitting for it to be in Grand Finals, the final game. Somebody got to win a trip to PAX East. So much on the line. For Numbers, it's an opportunity to capture another Nintendo title. For my man, oh my goodness, Flygon, it's all about carving your path.
Yes, of
course.
course.
There's that shiny shell.
Let's see how
that
it
could be
lands.
Devastating, yeah.
Numbers trying to find his way around it, using the ledge invincibility. So incredible. So when you grab the ledge, you are invincible for a certain amount of time, and Numbers, knowing this, such a seasoned vet, able to use it to his advantage.
It's kind of crazy with his timing on that as well, right? You really kind of think about the fact that that shiny shell does kind of come out incredibly fast. So kudos to Numbers. Timing that perfectly. Oh, but there's the pressure. You see it from SassyFlygn, really locking down that left side. You see Numbers forced to retreat and using that explosive. If he had got that to explode.
Yeah, that was so smart. So he throws out the explosive flame. Oh, wow. Okay, I think he tried to just land on Numbers with a forward air. Let's see. Watch this.
Yeah, I'm watching. Oh, my goodness, I'm watching. I'm spectating, and I'm glad because if I was SassyFlygn, I'd be a little tight right now.
SassyFlygn was such a good start to the set, taking off those 2 stocks, but that doesn't really guarantee you too much as Numbers just dancing around and playing this correctly.
Absolutely, and he is just content. Win a couple neutral interactions and just kind of retreat. I'm in the lead. You have to come to me. Obviously, some well-timed items, Pokeballs, and assist trophies can make that a little more difficult, but Numbers is just developing this lead in a major way. That green missile. Oh, and he, ended up with an assist.
Yeah, he's able to make it back. He has it in his hand, but because of that, there's that little bit of lag as you sort of summon it, as the hand with flies are coming out.
Don't get swatted. Yeah, don't get swatted.
Just got to watch him. Yeah, Numbers trying to fight it back. He's fighting 2 people at once here. There's another assist trophy on the field. It looked like Numbers tried to pick it up, but that hand is going to give him the time for Crystal to make an appearance.
That's my girl right there. Crystal should have been a fighter. I'm not going to get into it right now, but she has come to bring the fight for sure. Looking to aid SassyFlygn as he's just desperate to get this first stock off of John Numbers, who is refusing to relinquish it at this point in time.
Yeah, you can tell John Numbers realizes he's in a 2v1 situation. He's just trying to take as much time as possible and not get into that fight, as right now he's at 150. SassyFlygn cannot get this stock off.
Yeah, this is getting really bad, especially when you start to think about frustration starting to accumulate for SassyFlygn.
Yeah.
Almost every hit, just kind of seeing that opportunity at packs float further and further away, but maybe a chance right there off that up smash to deflate this momentum of John Numbers. He's got the poltergust. And if I'm saying if he's able to convert this at one of these lower percents, he's just going to go for it. He's just throwing caution to the wind.
And it was going to work out for him. Boosh! Big knockup. And right now, SassyFlygn has gone from broke to woke. He's just doing incredible. 71%. He has come alive in the final throws of this game.
It is something to be said when you can keep your mentality right where it needs to be, keep yourself engaged, everything going against you, but you find that one opening, you create yourself an opportunity, a chance, and just like that, SassyFlygn looking to deny John Numbers another opportunity at a title for a Nintendo event, and he's looking pretty good. Okay, Pokeball coming up. Eevee, okay, looking to take down, or help take down that final stock, I should say, but not
so
connected on anything
though,
yet.
for Numbers. You know he wanted something a little better to be able to bring it back into this game.
You know, I'm kind of looking for a Deoxys in that case, you know what I mean? Hentai, somebody, you know, impactful, you know.
Yeah.
I'm all about the let's go Eevee, but let's go another day, okay? I need a little more help right now. I think that's what he's thinking.
Let's see, he has the staff. Now, keep in mind, that does more damage the further away the opponent is. And you can see SassyFlygn using it sort of as a battering item, just throwing it, not taking any shots. Numbers using that explosive flame, but Flygn, again, using that ledge invincibility just as it's needed.
Right. Oh, nicely done. Interrupted, but the tech, but it's not
Still
going to be enough. So just like that, John Numbers, one stock, one opportunity. A trip for PAX East on the line.
But he's using this Beast Ball, such an incredible item. Essentially, where you throw it, it pops up around your opponent. Numbers, evening it back up using the Beast Ball.
Could not have come at a better time for Numbers. And you got to kind of think, after getting shafted with that Eevee, he's kind of thinking, okay, I deserve this, right?
Yes.
I deserve this little bit of help.
Of course.
That I'm receiving right now. SassyFlygn trying to patrol.
He has the Rage Blaster. And remember, this is what got a KO earlier. That Rage Blaster hit Flygn at about this percent. And now Numbers, with the Rage Blaster, is going to be able to make it, takes the set, and earns his spot at PAX East.
Didn't even get the pause finish. It was just like, you know what? You're done.
John Numbers with an unbelievable comeback right there, utilizing every potential weapon you need to mount that. And where do we begin here with this, Toph? Because Numbers seem to dominate the majority of this, but then you had Luigi and SassyFlygn just snowballing damage at opportunities.
Yeah, so for me, at least what we've seen thus far, set of the tournament, I gotta say, I mean, like, there were so many moments that I could break down. That first game, SassyFlygn went 2 stocks without getting touched, which was insane. And then, like, kind of SD'd, and the game just went to, like, the clutchest of endings where Numbers, I think, you know, essentially really punished him for picking up that assist trophy. And really what I gotta give Numbers credit for is, like, okay, yeah, the end of that third game, he definitely got a little bit lucky with how some of those items were spawning. But Numbers has played so many matches from behind and then either almost winning it. I mean, we saw in the first round of matches too. He was like right, like, you know, in a really bad spot, and then he'd bring it all the way back and either almost win or win.
Yeah, we talked about the ability to keep a cool head, but also during the majority of the match where he was dominating is really Palutena's ability to zone out Luigi and control that mid-range zone area with a lot of Palutena's projectiles.
I would say that Numbers just did overall a good job at staying patient, especially in that last game. Notice how he didn't try to overcommit. He waited for those items to be at the ready for him to use. And aside from that, the Rage Blaster really coming in, as Taupe said, at the perfect timing. But I also want to mention, Sassy got a little greedy in that game too with that up B out of shield. And I feel like Numbers was ready for him with the smash attack to try to punish him.
And you also have to look at the edge guarding that we saw. You were really making a note of that throughout the entire match. There was a lot going on there. You
know, a common Palutena recovery is you're going to dip below the ledge and then teleport up like this. So he went all the way down with the down air before Numbers even had a chance to react. So that was really good. And then game 2, Numbers had a lot of similar moments where, you know, he would knock SassyFlygn off the stage around 100%, where the explosive flame starts being a really threatening tool that could take your stock. And then he would kind of catch him coming down, and he's saying, you know, if you drift inwards, I'm going to up air you or up smash you. But if you drift outwards, I might explosive flame you. And so it turns into this sort of little, you know, mix-up situation. And he was really applying the pressure. So, I mean, for both players, really.
Yeah, Palutena and Luigi both with 2 very powerful final smashes as well. Those really served both players well, where it helped them turn the tide of momentum in their matches.
Let's just talk about how Luigi's final smash is literally unavoidable. We saw SassyFlygn around the ledge just hang out, waited for Numbers to actually commit to an option by the ledge, and he was like, all right, even if you roll behind me, I'm going to get you anyway with my final smash. And we saw that in a lot of pivotal moments where Numbers actually lost his stock at like 70-something%.
And then Palutena also has a lot of tools to approach with. It's not just dominating that mid-range zoning area with the projectiles. You can be pretty aggressive against a brawler like Luigi.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, like, that's one of the big things people noticed was just moving from her previous iteration, the previous Smash title, to, you know, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. She's a lot faster. She's got just like, I mean, her aerials, her ground moves are all, you know, quite a bit better. Her smash attacks, I mean, like you mentioned, yeah, she's definitely got a lot of tools where she can take a fight up close and personal and come out on top.
John, Numbers, our first finalist, headed to PAX East from the Northeast region. Let's find out who else will be joining him. Let's head to our Southeast division, our regional there. That'll be TK and Senpai bringing us that final there. Take it away.
Sitting
just
there,
flash kick.
just sitting there doing absolutely nothing. But anyway, these guys weren't doing absolutely nothing like they were like in those last games. That's why they won. And now here we are in grand finals. Devonte, Megahog going at it, and somehow Devonte keeps getting Congo Jungle, man. Like, it's on random, so it's not like they're getting paid. They're just, you know, we're randoming it up through a couple stages. And Devonte, I mean, he's got the luck of the draw because he's been popping off on the stage. So
absolutely. And did you see Megahog right there? He air dodged twice off the stage. I'm surprised he was able to make it back up.
You better watch yourself. All right, so Megahog, I mean, having a hard time getting some damage starting on him. He's getting a couple pellets here and there. Oh, nice punish actually from Devonte.
Yeah, those out of shield up Bs come out so quick, especially if you press the jump at the same time. It'll cancel the end lag.
Yeah. So you can. It helps. It helps a lot. It used to be a thing where you were able to like just hold up and start matching Bs, but they took that out. So now you have to still time it, but it's still a very quick option out of shield.
Yeah, and there, while we were talking about those item combos, it didn't nair directly into that spike and tried to follow it up.
So get the Franklin badge. So now, this is rough to have the Franklin badge against Mega Man.
Oh yeah, this is perfect for Wario right now.
Yeah. Look at it. He's like, man, I can't shoot him with anything. He's like, I'm not throwing a single pellet right now.
Yeah, and it's smart on Megahog to adjust to that and realize the situation. Ooh, good roll away. Instead of rolling in, he would have been caught up in that chomp.
Okay, yeah, so he still can't even, I mean, even though the leaf, now he's throwing it away. That's super smart. So even though the leaf shield is on him, once he throws it, it does get reflected. And look at the amount of healing that he's getting right now. But is it worth? That's what we're trying to figure out. I mean, he's getting a lot of heals. It kept him alive, but now he can't attack.
That's true, but it was definitely worth it because he would have died or KO'd to that back air, but he was able to get away.
Okay. I mean, brought it back to a respectable game. Slap. Still living. You had to call it like that. Just not even F tilt. Slap. Like.
That is what it is. And a great air dodge right there to avoid the up smash. He's staying in this for so long. Megahog was so close to losing that stock, but he's still here. And now.
There we go. We got our first one. Super Fighting Robot. We need P1. Mega Man. Super Fighting Robot.
Oh my goodness. And that'll take the stock. All of Mega Man's buddies hanging out. You saw Zero looking cool with the shades, man.
Oh, yeah.
It brought him into the lead. Good up smash. Not going to take the stock yet, though. Snatched that Pokeball so quick.
Yeah. All right, so probably not going to be super effective right here. He kind of just jumps and immediately drops like the spark and then just kind of dips.
Yeah, he'll be seeing you later. I would definitely just avoid that. The ones that are stuck in one area, you don't have to mess with them at all.
Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty much his own control. I mean, he rolled over to the other side too, so it just made it easier for him to fight on the left side after that. So.
Right.
All right, I thought he was going to get some extra damage because he was holding him with the carry on, but.
Yeah, and a smart get up attack from Mega Man because he tried to stand over him and just hit him with that fire as he stood up, but he's going to get up attack and have invulnerability frames there.
We have a really good, really good matches right now between our competitors too. Another 2-stock, very close game, getting a lot of damage here with these double up airs. And now the forward air going to connect as well, leaving that fire rod alone though.
Yeah, I definitely would have used that to throw at Wario as he was trying to land there, but now Wario going to have control over it. Ooh,
okay.
Trying to just drop it there, Z-drop it and catch Mega Man up, but he avoided it easily. Not like those back airs though, did not avoid that at all.
Definitely
Mega Man
did not avoid that.
Yeah.
So it looked like he was trying to explode the bike too with the crash bomber, but get the assist trophy real quick. It is the moon.
Ooh, I like that. And I love how he did the jab first to make sure he could keep the assist trophy away from Mega Man. Doing everything he can to avoid, but oh, not worth.
The moon still worked. It didn't get the KO, but it shook him off. Like.
Yeah, and I guess he just was a little too scared to grab the ledge there, even though standing slowly with that would have given him the invulnerability he needed to avoid the moon.
Yeah, I think the camera might also messed him a little bit too. Like that zoomed out camera probably,
right.
He probably thought he was a lot closer to the stage than he actually was. So he went super low to the point where, I mean, the air dodge up wasn't going to help him at all either. Let's see if who's going to get the smash ball. He goes, oh, he wafts this time.
Smart.
I like it.
I do like that, yeah, because, I mean, the waft can KO early, but so can the smash ball.
Now, if I were Devonte, okay, I was going to say, if I couldn't get the raw hit, I would have went for the forward air into, and I think this might actually end up being game.
My goodness.
Yep.
Did so much.
Yeah, I was going to say, if anything, it might be good to try to combo into it. Forward air doesn't have a lot of knockback at earlier %, so he probably could have did forward air straight into Final Smash. But doesn't even need it. He just gets it raw and finishes that game easily.
I thought Mega Man was going to knock it out of him for a second. He did so much damage to him as he was holding on to that Smash Ball, but he was actually able to use it before it popped out.
Oh, yeah.
Lucky.
All right, so Devonte taking the first game. One more game, and he will also be joining our main man, Raph, at PAX East in the finals. And I'm sure that's going to get him hype, man. You know, being able to travel.
Right, that's exciting.
I would say for free, basically, you know, because
pretty much.
You get to travel as a competitor. You're sponsored now.
Yeah, Nintendo got you. Don't worry. Let's go, Nintendo.
Let's go, Nintendo.
But yeah, Megahog definitely going to have something to say about that. He doesn't want to go out just yet.
Yeah.
Going to do his best to try to win this game, too. And we're on Smashville. KK Ryder blasting. Let's go.
This is a staple again in the Smash community, man. It's like the only song we can listen to for so long, but now we got some pretty hot songs on Smashville now. I'll give them that. They put a little extra in there. So let's see what we do, or if Devonte is able to finish it right now, or is Megahog going to adjust? Megahog, I mean, in his first round, you know, he did quite well in his first game, and then it was kind of close in the last one. But regardless, you know, I don't want to count anybody out yet. Oh, yeah, I think I want to try to keep that.
Yeah, I think he just tried to hit Mega Man with it, but not really timing it, so it's just going to go right off the stage.
Oh, I just think the Scythe is a really good weapon.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The Scythe could have definitely decimated Mega Man there, but going to get rid of it. Either way, going to need to do something about this deficit of damage.
Okay. Riding back in, but like, yeah, man, this bike is getting him punished almost every time. This Mega Man definitely having the, went a little crazy right there, but definitely having the accuracy to snipe this man off his bike every time he tries to use it for recovery.
And now stuck on the ledge here, he's going to dash attack. That's really unsafe. Back throw for him.
Okay, one piece is picked up.
Yeah, he snuck that piece in right there.
Yeah, honestly, I just heard the sound. Like, I didn't even see it. Like,
and an excellent DI. That's directional influence. If you don't know, you can hold the stick away from the blast zone to actually keep yourself alive a little bit longer.
Oh, yeah. All right. Back on stage. I like that. Kind of cut his landing short, forcing Megahog to think that he was going to be able to get that forward air, so he got a clean punish from that. Oh, with the F smash. Yet again, Megahog, man. His F smash placements are looking really good. Smash ball coming in pretty early right now in this in the second game.
Right, and I love that spacing that he did with it too. He kept running away from Devonte and then going for it afterwards, so that, you know, in that situation they were both just missing aerials. I do like the space away forward smash.
Okay, Devonte. Oh, actually not even. Oh, is he going to go for it?
He's not sure. He's kind of moving around it.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if you're going to just let it hover like that. You know, Mega Man definitely has that up air. Hits pretty far. Looks like they're going to just let that one rock.
All right, it's going to fly away. He's got this gun right now. Oh, knocking him off the bike with it, too. This is going to be great for him for stage control.
Yeah, that's still driver. Just a bunch of basic torpedoes coming out. Yeah, he's taking a lot of damage from the still driver, too. So, oh.
Got to be careful, and now you're trapped off the stage and down there, finally catching one. Out of all the sets we've seen him try to catch it, and he couldn't get it, finally.
Okay, this is, I don't know what happened with Megahog, but he's definitely, again?
Oh, and he popped him up into
That's the game. That's the game.
He's so
okay,
stylish.
all right. I was going to say, that's the game, man. It's definitely
the game. Oh, there's no way he's making it back.
It's the game. Goodbye.
Oh, the 3-stock.
I mean, all right, I don't know what happened, bro. I don't know what. Like, did he take a 5-hour right there? Like, like what happened, bro? Like, the energy just spiked tenfold right there.
MegahogX does not want to lose. Yeah. Have you ever heard of just not wanting to lose?
Yeah, he heard me saying like, oh yeah, man.
Yeah, one more game.
He was like, you know what? I am trying to get sponsored by Nintendo for a weekend, so here we are.
Yeah, no big deal or anything. You know, Nintendo. You can't just let that slide out of your hands, man. And he fought hard for it.
Yeah, if I honestly like, if that happens to me, I feel like that's one way to get shook and rattled in the tournament. It's like when you win a game and it's pretty close the first time, and then the guy 3-stocks you the second game, you're like, what? Did he just turn the jets on right now? What's going on?
As far as confidence, that's a to shaky. That's a little shaking.
Yeah, so we're gonna get into our last game. Actually, the game 3, man. Whoever wins this will be moving on, to the super winner side, the championship at PAX.
Right.
But we'll see who it will be. I mean, both these guys have a win on the board. Devonte's wasn't nearly as dominant as Megahog, but he still has it. So let's see if he's able to adjust and make it happen here on Frigate.
Absolutely, and this is, like we said earlier about the platform, you got to be careful on a stage like this. Doesn't matter how good you are. If you mess up with that platform, you're going to lose your stock really early.
Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. Super Scope on the map. Let's see if he's going to try to grab it, though.
And I really like the way Devonte always makes sure he knocks his opponent away before he goes for the item, because otherwise you're just going to get punished for grabbing it.
Yeah. All right, so Devonte, I mean, obviously there's 2 different ways you can use the Super Scope. One, you know, just rapid fire, get the little damage, but keep them kind of in place. And then 2, you can go for the KO shot if you end up charging it up and actually, you know, getting the charge shot.
Right.
So. Okay,
all right, the Smash Ball's super damaged right now. He's going to take that, and I would use it.
Whoa.
Wait, I don't think he thought about the spacing of it. You definitely got to position that.
Yeah, that's a straight line right there, but maybe he thought he didn't have his double jump, so he tried to catch the landing, but the double jump was definitely out. So Devonte gonna go ahead and waste that Smash Ball, but still a pretty close game. Another Dev side being thrown off the stage, man.
They do not like that thing, man.
Don't like that at all.
Oh, but up throwing that bike, gonna knock him off, and it's throw off the side as well to take the stock. Devonte's placement with the motorcycle is too clean.
Yeah, very good, very good. Second time that we've been watching that he's got another KO with the bike. But Megahog still good. The edge guard's up on deck. Oh, he dropped it. Oh no.
Yeah, and I guess it just kind of leaves it in place. It's bouncing there too, so that whole area is just covered with smoke. You can't see what's going on.
Oh no. Okay, now it's
all right,
Devonte.
stuck to him. Yeah. I don't like that thing, man. It just kind of makes your opponent unable. You can't see what they're going to throw at you.
Yeah, man. Look at the. You can hear it, but you can't see it. So the back air being lined up, wasn't able to hit it. Gets the jetpack, though. Let's see what he does with this. If he's going to get some of these high-flying combos or not.
Yeah, and I do like that he took that over, seeing as he did fall short in the last game and lost his stock to error. Good to have something that's going to help you jump. And that forward air taking him up off the left side.
I feel like Megahog was getting a little desperate right there with the back airs for a bit too, man. I was seeing a lot of them come out, but he wasn't getting the last hit, the strong hit that he needed to actually take the stock. So just getting the damage, but not finishing him off. Pokeball in hand. Oh, it's Suicune.
Oh, caught him perfectly, and he went off the top like that. What was he at? I feel like he was super low.
He jumped straight into it too. That's the worst part about it. Like he put himself in that position to get blasted. Like.
And you see Megahog just kind of, he took a second on that platform after coming back. And he just probably had to think about that situation.
Okay, here we go. All right, that's big damage to the Smash Ball. But Megahog definitely needs this if he wants to get back in the game. He just took a lot. It makes it? Okay, all right.
All right, great up air, and he's going to get that Smash Ball too. If he can connect this, he might bring himself back into the game.
I'm trying to figure out what is Mega Man's combo to do there? I guess his Leaf Blade?
Yeah, Leaf Blade into it would be perfect, but he threw it away. And you got to be careful not to let Wario knock it out of you too, or this is definitely over.
Cross map? Okay, there we go. He was like, you're stuck on this platform. Yeah, he rolled straight into it. I feel like where Wario's at, he might actually be gone too.
Yeah.
Nope, still going to live it.
Not quite. He's going to need to make sure he clutches this out quick, trying to catch him with the up air. He was really high, so I do agree with that.
Uh-oh. Oh, it's the shrink to Wario.
He's tiny.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get this combo going or something. Let's get a clean back here, maybe up throw, back throw actually. Yeah.
That's actually going to take it because of how small he was. I guess he takes increased knockback for it.
Yep.
All right, but at 102, man, you got to hope for something good here. All right, something starting up maybe.
Oh, I was thinking the bike is on stage too, so if he can like carry him off with some more. Oh, the up smash, and he's gone.
Wow, catching him out of that landing too. Didn't mess around whatsoever. He's not going to let him land and get his footing back. No. You won't even get your feet on the stage, and he's going to laugh at you too.
Devonte punching his ticket to PAX East, representing the Southeast right there. And what we saw was Devonte getting the win in the first game and then getting 3-0'd in the second one, but then coming back in the third one. And let's start with the first one, really using that combination of the smash ball, the chomp, and the super spicy curry to get the advantage.
Yeah, those were definitely like kind of the notes that punctuated that first match. I remember thinking it was really impressive to me when he decided that he would waft the smash ball to get the final smash, because it's like, yeah, I've got the waft, it's a really strong killing tool, but the final smash is an even stronger killing tool. It's a little more consistent, so I'm just going to trade one for the other. I thought that was like a pretty good decision.
It was a big turnaround by MegahogX in that second game. Goes for the 3-0 here, Vicky, and just the ability of the Mega Buster and all of his projectiles to keep Wario at bay. That was very impressive. Wasn't able to replicate that through all 3 games, though.
No, I know he did get that 3-stock, the second 3-stock that we actually saw from him in bracket, but doing a really good job also from what we also saw like earlier on in bracket, where he was able to maneuver these projectiles to catch the jumps, to purposely ledge trap his opponents. He was doing a good job overall, but that game 3, it just wasn't enough.
And in the game 3, a huge turning point was the Suicune Pokeball.
Oh, yeah.
We thought MegahogX had it and jumps into the Aurora Beam and just gets KO'd from it, and that was huge. That was a big turning point.
Yeah, no, that was a really big deal. That's definitely just one of those Pokemon moves you just can't get hit by.
No.
And yeah, that was chaotic. I thought also it seemed like, I mean, obviously we're gonna have the videos on demand available later. Maybe I'll take a look. But it seemed to me like Mega Man picked it up, so I was like, oh, okay.
You never know what happens there, but then we also saw Devonte really utilize the bike for throwing and edge guarding and keeping Mega Man at bay, because that bike is such a large projectile that you can launch, and it made it very difficult for MegahogX to recover.
When you recover horizontally, there's only so far that you could go. So in that instant, when Devonte threw the bike off stage, he actually caught Megahog pretty convincingly at trying to recover, but also trying to trick Mega Man to recover, also like roll into him. He was able to catch the jump with the up smash around the end there.
And we saw a chomp coming out from Wario. That's obviously a big part of his game, being able to utilize that. You're doing damage, you're recovering health. But what else about Wario, now that we've seen a little bit more gameplay, excites you to see Devonte and Wario at PAX East here?
Yeah. I mean, I think that like one of Wario's like most understated strengths is just the fact that he's really mobile in the air. Like when you move, like you can pick him up and you just start moving around with Wario. You notice if you jump and you can drift forwards and backwards with like real ease. And like his aerials like lead into ground combos. He's just like a character where all his moves just kind of flow into each other. And when you look at him, like in terms of his character design, he's kind of like this sort of like ugly little dude.
What are you talking about? Just perfectly athletic specimen, tall, rangy, right?
But that's actually how he feels, because you actually you move around with the character and he actually feels just like really smooth. So it's like, oh, and I mean. Yeah, in addition to all this other, wonky stuff that he has, like with the bike and the chomp and the waft, he actually just does like feel very smooth and very easy to, move with.
Well, Devonte and Wario headed to PAX East, your representatives from the Southeast. Let's figure out who else will be joining them. Let's take you to the Southwest, where we have D1 and Webbs bringing you the finals in that region.